General, I've arrived on Nar Shaddaa. Still no word from Agent Galen?
Negative. After Terrace and Ord Mantell, I fear the worst. I'll warn you now. The project there is... I should have ended it years ago.
Oh man, I've seen what you think is a good idea. I'm terrified of seeing what you think is, oh man, maybe I went too far. It's probably some spider made out of babies or something.
After the Empire's victory on Coruscant during the war, people were terrified. We looked weak, helpless. The Senate authorized research into science we had no business exploring.
Look, you don't have to ever sell me on how terrible your ideas are. I already know. Just, skip to the punchline. Skip to the part where you tell me how you have bastardized science and turned Mother Nature into a freakish abomination of itself.
Using technology to turn ordinary men into living weapons. The Power Guard program was creating the ultimate soldier, one tough enough to fight a Sith head-on.
Okay, got it. So you saw Captain America said, that's a great idea, and completely skipped over the part that the first version of the batch created the Red Skull. Alright, so why are we on this moon anyway?
Nar Shaddaa has the latest advances in cybernetics, combat adrenals, personal armor, and weapons. Everything we need to create the Power Guards.
Yeah, plus none of that pesky oversight since this is taking place in a black site away from Republic territory. Though I suppose you're at least keeping tabs on what they're doing and not just letting this be some kind of free-for-all where you just give them endless amounts of credits and a mandate to do whatever the fuck they feel like.
I placed a single operative in charge of the Power Guard project. Gave him unlimited authority and enough credits to fund the program. The research facility operates in absolute secrecy. I don't even know where it is.
Oh, for the love of... This makes the military program and the men who stared at goats seem like money well spent.
I need you to coordinate with the Strategic Information Service branch on Nar Shaddaa. The bureau chief's name is Raiken. SIS headquarters is hidden on the promenade. You'll visit a merchant shop and use a secret turbo lift in the back to meet with Raiken.
Let me guess. The password is Swordfish. So Kira and I land and head to our super-secret double-dog underground lair to meet with the spies.
That's the second field agent who's missed a check-in. Our network's under attack.
We don't know that.
We know Agent Galen was captured. He's telling the enemy where to hit us.
If it makes you feel better, transmit alert level Omega to all field agents. See how many respond.
I admit I'm not familiar with the Republic's policy on inclusiveness, but I had no idea we were hiring vampires now.
The Jedi who eliminated Watcher 1. Glad to meet you. I'm Bureau Chief Raiken. Wish I had better news to report. We're fumbling in the dark right now.
Yeah, I can't say I'm surprised. You give off a vibe like your last day is Friday and you're just going through the motions.
Here's what little I know. Agent Galen came here to secure a top-secret operation. Something hidden even from us. Galen disappeared in the Nikto sector while pursuing a contact. Fortunately, he left a trail we can follow.
Okay, well that's definitely something. It's a starting point. I'm assuming, of course, your network's not compromised.
I sent the Omega alert. Only half our field agents responded. I'm telling you we're compromised.
I'm starting to wonder if the mythological character Cassandra couldn't actually see the future. She was just surrounded by idiots.
Darth Angral is clearly targeting the SIS. Time to move.
We'll wipe the computers and leave Nar Shaddaa.
Evacuating this facility is out of the question. We're safe here, and we have a mission to complete.
Dude, half your agents being gone is not a sign you need to stay the course. Alright, well, we're going to go do the safest thing we possibly can. Get the hell out of this room. So we're going to head to the Nikto sector to begin gathering up all of the messages left by Galen in those dead drops in order to find out what he's got to report upon the overall mission. Assuming that it's even moving forward with all of these problems.
Found our lead operative. Dead. He'd been tortured. The Power Guard data files are missing. No clues to the main facility's location, but there was evidence of a recruitment center here. The project was using refugees as test subjects. The recruitment center's my best shot at finding the main facility. I'm going in, leaving the site's coordinates just in case. Galen out.
Look, I realize that as a Jedi, all of these projects are repulsive to me, but I think that even if you make an allowance for it, if you give it like a handicap in golf, this whole thing has still got to be past the moral event horizon. I mean, first of all, we're testing experimental technology on refugees. There is no part of that sentence that sounds good. But even making allowances for that, even if it was somehow okay that that was going on, we're talking about the fact that we are trying to find this. We have a secret experimental black site, and we've misplaced it. I know the enemy got involved, but for crying out loud, how many of these fucking things do we have if we can actually forget where it is? I mean, it's not like it's a set of keys where we set it down and forgot where it was. Oh man, I swear I left my illegal experimentation right there. Some days, I tell you, I'd lose my pain gauntlet if it hadn't surgically replaced my right hand years ago.
Agent Galen, or whoever got him, holds the key to recovering the Power Guard project. The trail ends at that recruitment center. You need to get inside there, find out what's happened. Good luck. Riken out.
Well, luckily for us, it's not too far to get to where the recruitment center is. At least as far as right now goes, because I can use a speeder. Like I said in part 1, the whole game was designed so that you couldn't really get a speeder until probably Tatooine. There were these really crappy speeders that you could pick up here on Nar Shaddaa, but they were barely faster than your walking speed was, and you get knocked off of them easily. So again, the whole idea was we need to turn this into a time sink to make sure we have enough content to keep everybody subbing. Well, the problem was that people don't really want to sub a game that requires you to basically waste your life away doing nothing. As you saw in the first part, there were huge stretches where even getting by on a speeder takes forever. Imagine having to go there on foot while fighting every step of the way. You can understand why many just gave up after a while. Nar Shaddaa had that same kind of problem Coruscant had, so when they gave up the subscription model on the grounds that they were going to go flat frickin' broke if they kept it, and went to a cash store model instead, you could now get the means to get around a whole lot faster on here. Worth it. Frankly, I don't even need to have it because I'm still subscribed. Fool that I am. Sorry, it's just that I've been kind of, disheartened ever since the whole Kotfi Kotet problem came along, and as I feared, they took away the wrong message, where it was, oh, we had too much story, and now we get practically none. Because that was really what brought me here. And yet I'm still subscribed, mostly because then I don't have to buy the things from the cash store, which I know that's dumb, but that's just the way I am. So my feeling about the cash store. And regardless, what bothers me, I mean, it's not the fact that I'm not one of those people who are against the cash store on principle. I'm not. The game needs to make money in order to keep the servers running and for new content to be coming. Believe me, I was through the wilderness years for Champions when there was just little tiny dribbles of content coming through, so I know how much that sucks. But I really am bothered by time sinks, and they still wind up in the game. I hate things that exist solely to chew up my finite lifespan. I mean, I'm 48 years old, for crying out loud. I have had my fill of having to fight trash mobs and watch my character wait for an elevator that doesn't exist.
You'll be all right. I'm here to help. Chief Riken, the recruitment center was overrun with Imperials. No sign of Agent Galen, but I've just freed some refugees.
Not refugees. Heroes. These people put their lives on the line for victory over the Empire. Name's Velnarok. Been recruiting volunteers for the Power Guard project since it started.
Those people asked to become test subjects?
The Empire stole their homeworlds. They jumped at the chance for payback. Over the years, hundreds of people volunteered for the Power Guard experiments. Heroes. All of them.
Well, seems I owe you an apology. Here I was thinking that you were preying upon the desperate to use in your Black Ops experimentations, but all you've been doing is engaging in illegal human experimentation. Well, make a note of this, Kira. This is an opportunity for us to learn and grow.
Tell me where the Power Guard experiments take place.
Never seen the main lab, but it's someplace in the red light sector. Imperials are sending people there for testing.
That's one of the busiest parts of Nar Shaddaa. We'll never find the lab.
I've heard it's the only building with a dedicated energy reactor. Does that help?
Absolutely. Contact me when you're in the red light sector. I'll have a plan. Riken out.
Okay, so we head over to the red light sector and tell me the plan. I mean, I know I'm going to hate this plan, but just rip it off like a Band-Aid for me.
If the power guard facility has a dedicated reactor, it's immune to energy fluctuations affecting the power grid.
Basically, long story short, he wants me to jab my lightsaber into electronic things.
If I disrupt power to an entire city sector, innocent people might be injured.
Trust me, no one there is innocent. Regardless, the fluctuations will be short-lived and harmless.
I really wish you would have just said the second half, because the first half makes me question the second half. Because suggesting that nobody here isn't guilty of something is the kind of thing that only, well, someone who doesn't give a shit about people says. So after hack and slashing some power generation systems and hack and slashing some bad guys, we finally find our big lead.
We've been waiting for you, Jedi. Darth Angral told me you defeated Watcher 1 and Inquisitor Farav. Impressive.
Explains why you're not here. Scared, huh?
Yeah, he seems like one of those Sith who likes to have the direct confrontation as a last resort sort of thing. That's why he's breaking out the Mark I power guards on us. Some locals that they have twisted and wiped their minds.
Twisted? What have you done to these people?
Perfected them. What good is a weapon you can't control? They were only aliens, not as if their minds mattered. Kill the Jedi, cut out the Padawan's tongue, and bring it to me.
You know, I'm betting this won't be the last time somebody asks for your tongue, Kira. I mean, you just bring this on yourself. Luckily for us, these guys are probably not done cooking yet or something, because we make short work of them and the bad guys, and we find a data pad, and General Riken thinks that he can crack it for us, so it's just a matter of heading back there. Looks like everything's finally going our way. Yeah, that was me. I jinxed that. I either by what I said or the fact that I called him General Riken instead of his proper name. I keep mixing him up with the guy from Hoth.
I warned him. I told Raiken this base was compromised.
The chief's dead. They're all dead. What were those things?
Bad news, that's what. Turns out that they had everything they needed to get in there, all the access codes and everything. It was like they had someone on the inside.
You kept us out of the loop, hid the power guard facility, never told us about these weapons. We stayed, supported your mission when we should have evacuated. These deaths are on you.
I know this isn't becoming of a Jedi, but fuck you! Is this going to be my life now that every time I rescue a Twi'lek, they're going to turn around and blame me for all their problems?
With Raiken dead, I'm acting bureau chief. This operation's over. Agent Diaz, we're leaving now. Sorry, friend, but you're on your own.
Kind of figured. I mean, I was hoping that maybe he could decrypt this data pad, but it sounds like Agent Butthurt isn't going to lift a finger to help us.
Wait a minute, this Jedi is the only person who can stop those things.
I gave you an order, Agent.
And I lost my hearing during the fight. Give me the data pad. I'll do my best.
That's great. Hey, Agent, you see, this is how it's supposed to work. This is the way it is. I give the data pad to you to translate, and then your guys give me the information so that while you're hiding somewhere, I will charge headlong against an entire army of cybernetic monsters. I really fail to see why you're so upset about this relationship. It seems like I'm kind of doing the heavy lifting here. So Agent Diaz has figured out that everything has been pulled back to an Imperial factory on the industrial level. So that's where we're heading next, fighting our way through the enemy forces to try to fight some cybernetic monsters. This is fun. Yeah, back in the day, they used to keep telling me about this calm and this peace and this oneness, and there was really a lot of downplaying of dodging laser fire. Boy, sure is a lot of them, aren't there? Yeah, a lot of face stabbing going on. Well, since we've got a lot of knee-high blood to wade through on our way to solve this mission, I'll share one that I heard while we were waiting in line for the shuttle. I like this one. Let me see if I can tell this right. Okay, so the Hutts and the Republic and the Empire are all being challenged for the chance to win a system, but they've got to be the most efficient at being able to get an Ewok out of this forest. So the first one up are the Hutts. So they send in 100 trained bounty hunters to go stalking through the woods until they find the Ewok, tag them, freeze them, and carry them out. Then the Republic comes in with billions of credits worth of surveillance equipment scanning the woods down to like the last molecule or something, and sending people in there to gradually track down and then stun and bring out the Ewok. Then the Empire sends 2 guys in. After about 20 minutes, they come out dragging one Gamorrean between them who has had the shit kicked out of him, throws him on the ground, and he says in Gamorrean, whatever you say, I'm an Ewok, I'm an Ewok. Okay, well, enough fun. Probably time to get back to the killer cyborgs.
You shouldn't have come. He'll make me hurt you. He already forced me to give up my fellow agents.
Yeah, it looks like Galen is the source of the problem. He's been taken over thanks to this whole super cyberkinetic upgrade shit. And now he's working for the bad guy. He can't help himself. He's got like that one of those agony booth things installed inside of his head. Anyway, Spiderface here calls up to say that I've slipped right into his trap. Galen, our own Republic agent, is going to be the one to do me in. But he hasn't seemed to have noticed something.
He could have attacked me and didn't. His will is greater than yours.
He hasn't been properly motivated yet. Galen, destroy my enemy.
No, I'd rather die.
Control Factor 6 initiated. Neural override complete. Launching elimination protocol. Target? Jedi.
I told you. He always wins.
Using pain and mind control to force our own soldiers to turn against us. You know, I hate to rush to judgment, but that Sith is a real dick. Fortunately, I don't think that he is putting his everything into this, because we pretty quickly take Galen down.
Stop! I'm in control. All that damage you did finally spread to the neural overrides. Only temporary, though.
Holy crap, I punched the brainwashing out of him.
Tell me how to free you from the Sith's control.
Can't remove the machines without killing me. But I don't matter anymore. The Sith Lord, Lord Sadek, has the Republic's Mark III power guards, cybernetically enhanced soldiers armed with advanced weapons. Sadek plans to build hundreds more, all controlled by him, an army to conquer Nar Shaddaa.
What? Conquer Nar Shaddaa? Why would you want to? Just imagine all the aggravation of trying to run this moon. I would not take it if someone accidentally left it in the free bin.
Neural overrides restarting. There's nothing else to do. Kill me.
No. There must be a way to free you. Give me time to defeat Sadek.
Free me from this. Even without Sadek controlling me, I won't live like this.
Okay, look, I get it. They've clearly gone to some Black Mirror level shit here with you, but come on, there's got to be some way to undo this at some point. Surely if they devised a way to do this, they've got a way to undo it. Okay, well, probably not, but look, I'll make a real stink of it to the Admiral, and hopefully he'll be willing to at least look into something about it, all right? I mean, I know that, you know, if they sliced off your ding-dong or something, there's probably no undoing that, but we can at least try to restore your humanity, okay? Just give us a chance. So we're heading to Shadowtown to deal with that crazy Sith, taking separate routes just in case Galen winds up flaking out or something, that he doesn't attack us. I mean, I hope he doesn't attack an innocent bystander along the way, but frankly, I think on Nar Shaddaa we're kind of playing the odds that even if he breaks, they're not going to be innocent. Oh, what the hell am I saying? That's just what I got on the chief for... Oh. This mission is so not good for me. As soon as this is done, I need a vacation, like a serious Jedi vacation. The most boring place there is. I need the 5-star review in Boring Magazine for a place. I need the geographic equivalent of an accountant telling you about his stamp collection. Well, at long last, we can finally put an end to this.
You're strong to have made it this far, but not strong enough.
Okay, well, this doesn't look good. He's either used the technology on himself, or he's joined the Russian women's Olympic team.
I just calculated 17 different ways to end your life.
Yeah, well, the only math I need to do is my foot plus your ass.
Perhaps I'll add you to my army after all. Darth Angro would appreciate that. No, we'll kill you first.
Oh, hey, look, I brought the giant. Did you, factor that into your equations there, John Nash?
Control Factor 10 initiated. Obey me, or I'll tear your mind apart.
Come on, Galen, you can do it. Do it for all of the puppies and kittens that'll pay if this guy winds up with your power. You don't want to let down the puppies and kittens, do you? Come on, come on, come on!
Not anymore. Never again. I'm with you, Jedi. Let's finish this.
That's right, nobody wants to let down puppies and kittens. Just a sad look on their faces. I don't know how we could even lose the war if we had them on our side. So we beat up on the giant Sith until eventually he goes down for good. The day has been saved. Oh, and who should come waltzing in now that it's all over? Yep, it's Agent Goodwill himself.
Don't look so surprised. It's our job to follow people. Agent Diaz planted a tracker on you back at headquarters.
Standard operating procedure. No offense intended.
No, it's fine. It's just I think you should know that if your sensors, for some crazy reason, recorded me being in the casino earlier today, I just stopped in to use the bathroom for a few hours. Well, they're here to take out the base, make sure the Imperials can't come back later to use it for some other evil purpose. So that just leaves the question of poor Galen.
I'll stay and die with this place.
Galen? You've changed.
I'm dangerous. I should be destroyed.
No, it's all good. The incredible skulk over there has been taken out. He can't control you anymore.
The SIS looks after its own, Galen. We'll help you.
Just get me out of here.
Lieutenant, prep this man for extraction.
Sir, I've located the Power Guard files, including notes on how the Sith controlled them. Orders?
Are you serious? I want you to wipe that thing like it's the sex tape that you found in the pocket of your parents' dildo suit.
We narrowly escaped a major disaster, General. But a lot of good people died.
Chief Raikan and his agents are a terrible loss. What happened to Galen? Well, at least he's alive. Just heard from Special Agent Tander. His team eradicated all trace of what happened at that Sith base. Thank you for destroying the Power Guard files. Approving that project was the biggest mistake of my career.
Well, now, let's not overstate this here. Granted, this is a Class A screw-up here, what you did, but let's not forget that you once accidentally allowed a Sith to become the head researcher for your super top-secret planet-destroying weapons projects. So, yeah, a little perspective on this.
A major tactical advantage has just opened up, but you have to act quickly. One of Darth Angro's closest advisors, Admiral Hacklin, asked us for asylum. He wants to defect.
Hacklin was with Angro when he interrogated me on Ord Mantell. They seemed chummy. What changed?
I'm not sure, but the Admiral is on the run. There are unconfirmed reports Hacklin's earned a death mark.
One of Darth Angrel's top men turned traitor? It's too convenient.
Exactly. This is obviously a trap.
Hacklin wouldn't be the first high-ranking Imperial to switch sides. Until we know otherwise, we have to believe this is real. Kira obviously made an impression on the Admiral at Ord Mantell. He says he'll only surrender to her.
I have a bad feeling about this.
There's no time to negotiate. Admiral Hacklin's expecting you to, and no one else. I told him to wait for you at an old asteroid mining facility. I'm uploading the coordinates now.
Oh, for crying out loud. Look, I want this to be true, but even I can see through this shit. This is so obviously a trap that the only thing that makes this even more ironic is the fact that the person telling us to go into the trap looks exactly like the character from Star Wars who is only famous for one thing, realizing he'd stepped into a trap. I really don't know why we are listening to this department. They are nothing but a collection of bad ideas. I know that we probably shouldn't create an entire army of killer cyborgs, but it's just that I don't trust the Imperials. Now, on a completely unrelated topic, go pick up this defector, because I have absolute faith in Imperials.
You'll live.
Oh, great. As if there wasn't enough ill omen for this mission, we've shown up with our doppelgangers from an alternate reality. Gonna wind up with Alligator Loki in here or something.
Greetings. I am Valis. Your quick response is most appreciated. Please forgive the deception. Admiral Hacklin remains Darth Angrel's faithful servant. His name simply made this meeting convenient.
He's a Sith. Kill him!
Now, really, is that any way to treat your family?
Okay, this being a trick, totally saw it coming. Kira freaking out and ready to kill somebody, wasn't quite expecting that. You calling her a member of the family, now we've entered WTF land without a frickin' roadmap.
Your Padawan isn't who you think. She's no Jedi. She's a child of the Emperor, like me. And it's time she returned to our father's warm embrace.
Yeah, I haven't personally met the Emperor, but I don't think that he really gives off the warm fatherly vibe, more of the creepy uncle kind of vibe. So why don't you explain what exactly it is that these children of the Sith are?
The chosen ones, selected at birth to serve our father's great glory. A distinction we should wear with pride. Don't deny your true lineage.
I'm not a Sith. Don't let him turn you against me. We can defeat him. Together.
We have no quarrel, Jedi. Return to your ship and let Kira come home. The Emperor wills it.
Do you seriously not realize that the Emperor wanting something to be done is the least motivating thing you could tell me? If you were selling boxers, you'd probably say, and you will appreciate the way it sandpapers your balls.
Thanks to your little brush with Darth Angrel, the Emperor knows you're alive, and where to find you. No matter where you go, Father sees you. He sees you right now, and he wants you back.
I'd rather die than see him again.
So be it, sister.
Okay, Kira, you and I are going to have a talk about some things later, but yeah, let's deal with this guy here. If anybody needed a stabbing in the face, it's this guy. So, now that we've sorted him out, it's just a matter of figuring out what to do about Kira. If the Emperor's watching her at all times, he could be watching her right now. He could probably even see whether or not we've put her in hiding or some kind of changed her identity, even if she faked her death. Well, that doesn't look very convincing, Kira. Now, if we're going to... Let's just get out of here. We're going to probably have to go and tell the Jedi about what's happened if we're going to... You know, Kira, dead people usually aren't quite so annoying. Well, once we get back to the ship and leave, we can hardly delve into someone's past while we're standing in someone else's ship. Kira finally explains that, yeah, her parents were Sith.
Raised in the Sith Academy with others like Valis. It was brutal.
I can only imagine the pain you must have endured.
Pain became normal. There were worse things. Every so often, the other children were taken to see our father. They came back different. Nobody ever remembered meeting the Emperor. One day, I realized I couldn't remember anything from the past week. They were doing the same thing to me.
Oh man, that story is like a Jawa buffet. There's a whole lot of it, and not one thing do I like. Eventually, she managed to escape all this, become a stowaway, and finally wound up with Master Coix, who recognized her potential and turned her into a Jedi Padawan. One thing we're going to have to file away for later, though, is the fact that she's got that hidden memory in there somewhere. She hasn't been able to recover it, but I have a feeling we'll be able to unlock it. It's the kind of thing we do in RPGs.
I always knew sooner or later I'd have to come clean. Just hoped I could prove myself as a Jedi first. Now the Emperor knows where I am. The Sith will never stop hunting me.
They'll take you over my dead body.
I'm surprised you still talk to me after all this. I'm ready to tell the truth. To Master Kawix, the Jedi Council, everyone. No more secrets.
Oh, if only. I mean, no offense, but between you being a Sith and everything that Admiral, it's not a trap, has told us, I really wish that I didn't know half the things that I knew. Ignorance really is bliss.
The Admiral was never here, General. This was a trap.
Last. I'm sorry for putting you in harm's way on a lie. It won't happen again.
Your mouth is writing checks your brain can't cash.
I'm afraid there's more bad news. Your Jedi Masters both missed their last 2 comm checks.
Man, all these missions are like roach motels. Everybody else that we send in there never comes back. Guess we're going to have to go in there and hope that we buck the trend again.
Understood, General. But first, I need to consult with the Jedi Council on an important matter.
More important than saving the galaxy from Darth Angral? I'd like to know what that is.
Sorry, General. Jedi business.
Fine, if that's how you want to play it.
Yeah, that's how I want to play it. Because it's got nothing to do with you.
You know why? And you won't tell me.
I won't tell you something that's none of your business. Be hurt, blame me. Howl at the moon for all I care. But this is my problem, not yours.
Master SWTOR, my mission has become more complicated. Masters Orgus and Kawix have disappeared. I'm headed for Tatooine and Alderaan to find them. But first, my Padawan has something important to tell you.
Go on, tell her, Kira. I'm sure she's dying to find out.
Kira?
I was born on Droman Cause. My parents were Sith.
You just reach in, pull out that big pink backstory, and just flop it on the table for all to see. You know, I actually kind of respect that approach.
We've heard rumors about these children of the Emperor before, but this finally confirms their existence.
Troubling that we never sensed the truth about Kira, and Master Kawix brought her to us.
That makes her especially dangerous. She can't be allowed to remain free.
Kira's master should have a voice in this. What do you recommend?
I think that the only sane reaction is for me to administer daily spankings to that thick booty. Not just screwing with you, not looking all uptight. Look, she's doing great. Come on. We're only stopped by here as a courtesy.
No one is beyond redemption.
It was natural for you to fear our reaction, considering your upbringing. What's important now is that you leave your past behind and devote yourself to the Jedi. Can you do that?
I've been trying to ever since Master Kawix found me.
Kira's a good Padawan. I trust her with my life.
There you have it. I need no further proof of Kira's loyalty.
Agreed. And I believe the best course of action is to leave Kira where she is.
This is a mistake. If Master Kawix were here, she'd tell you the same.
Yeah, and if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Stop putting words in the mouths of somebody who's not here.
I appreciate you giving her another chance.
I promise I'll make you all proud. Even you, Master Caden.
There's going to be a good chance you'll need oxygen to get to the top of that hill.
Don't think I didn't notice the risk you took by standing up for me. I never felt this close to Master Kawix. Your support was special.
Anytime. I'm just glad we're staying a team.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Ready to go whenever you are, Master.
Not sure how I managed to fumble that, but clearly I did.
General, I'm on Tatooine. Has Master Kawix reported in?
Last we heard, Kawix secured our weapons research facility. She's missed every comm check since then. Enemy action is the most likely scenario, but on Tatooine, anything's possible.
Even you coming up with a project that won't give me nightmares, but I'm not optimistic. Alright, what are we dealing with this time?
The research facility on Tatooine has created a device codenamed the shock drum.
I hate myself for saying this, but go on.
The weapon discharges massive ultrasonic vibrations into the ground. It damages enemy fortifications at a microscopic level, quite literally softening them up. The vibrations will cripple people if they're close enough. But that's not all.
Oh, isn't that enough?
The shock drum eventually disrupts the planetary core, At critical mass, the core explodes.
I don't know which worries me more, the fact that we can do this or the fact that you're telling me it so casually. Well, fortunately, he's the only one who wasn't horrified by this development and the project was shut down. But there is still the prototype, and naturally we got to keep that away from Darth Angral, on the grounds that he's the kind of guy who would use something like that.
With no word from the facility or Master Kawix, we must assume the worst.
I sense Master Kawix through the Force, but it's faint. I think she's dying.
Control your emotions, Kira. Don't give in to fear.
I'm not afraid, but she can't die. I owe her too much.
Okay, well, with that extra little bit of incentive, we should probably get to Tatooine and figure this one out. Now, the tough part is that there aren't any Republic resources we can call upon there. There's just that facility. So, all we can do is land, head there, and hope an answer presents itself. When we arrive, we find the place is surrounded by Tusken Raiders, so we're forced to fight our way past them in order to get inside and see what's in there. What's in there are more Tusken Raiders. Probably should have seen that one coming. Fortunately, on the other side of that madness is a sealed room full of survivors who might be able to answer some questions.
A Jedi? Seabrick? I told you help would come. We'd almost given up hope. Thank you for saving our little family.
It's what I do. Brick is the leader of this little group of Jawas. Seems they were rescued, and as thanks, they came here to help work on this project, not realizing that it was working to destroy their own planet. Admittedly, not intentionally, but nevertheless, yeah. Master Kawix is still alive, shockingly. The place was attacked by the Sith, but the Sith Lord who came didn't actually kill her. He took her alive, and while he slaughtered all of the droids, he didn't actually kill anyone else.
He said we were no threat, that we didn't deserve to die.
I've never known a Sith to show mercy.
It was almost like the idea of killing us insulted him. He wasn't kind, but I certainly wouldn't describe him as cruel.
Well, that makes him the polar opposite of our last Sith, that's for sure. To find this sand pounder, or whatever it's called, we need to get the generators back online so that they can track it down. The problem is the sand people want to see this place reduced to rubble, so we're going to have to kill a whole lot more of them. Well, price of doing business, I guess. So after leaving a whole lot of dead bodies in our wake, we managed to get the last of the generators back online and can head back in to find out what's up.
Facility power's back online. I'm afraid that's the only good news I have. I just detected the shock drum's locator beacon. The weapon has been activated. If we don't shut it down, the device will soon reach critical mass. When it does, Tatooine's core will explode.
Yeah, I don't think critical mass is the term that you meant to use, but I get the gist of it. Stop this planet from going boom boom. However, if I'm going to avert the apocalypse, I'm going to have something to plug into Google Maps. So where the hell is this thing?
Ultrasonic scanners read seismic disruptions in the ground and trace them to their source. Ultrasonic scanners placed in a wide pattern will triangulate the shock drum's seismic disturbances. They'll reveal its location. Installing the scanners is extremely dangerous. The desert region is deadly. Ideally, we'd send an army.
Yeah, no, this is fine. We can handle it. This is like a 2 on our scale of difficulty.
I feel Master Kawix reaching out to me. Something terrible is happening to her.
At least we know she's still alive.
She doesn't have long.
Yeah, well, we'll get there when we get there. It's a big desert. There's a lot of places to look. So after our very boring sightseeing trip, although it was interrupted by some bugs, so that was fun, we finally got the job done. So what now?
I placed the scanners. Do you have a fix on the shock drum?
Collating the scanner readings now. No wonder the sensors couldn't find it. It's beneath an abandoned mining complex. I'm sending the coordinates and the shock drum's deactivation code. Everything depends on you now, but we'll be here if you need us.
Well, considering I'm literally trying to save the world, any help is welcome at this point.
Greetings, Jedi.
Well, there's an exception to every rule.
My master seeks retribution for his son's death. I must give it to him.
Okay, well, no offense, but I don't really feel like going along with that plan. Seems that Darth Angral is the one who ordered the use of the eardrum or whatever in order to destroy me or draw me in. Well, technically it's working because I'm going to come there, if only to shut it down.
I know you've located the weapon, but that won't be enough. I changed the deactivation code.
Damn it. I suppose there's no way we could do a password reset on that, right? I don't know their email address anyway. Well, this guy's got an offer for me. We fight. If he wins, then he's done his duty by killing me. If I win, then he will give me the new code. As far as bad guy ideas go, this isn't that evil of one. I can go along with this one. To be honest, I'm sure he'll probably shut the thing off if I die anyway.
Whatever the outcome, we will battle with honor.
This guy is really different from what kinds of Sith that we're used to. He hasn't done an evil laugh. He hasn't brooded angrily. He hasn't acted like Yosemite Sam. I'm not sure what we're going to find when we get there.
I sense your power. Now I understand why Tarnis was no match for you. His death was my failure. I should have trained him better.
Well, there's no need to beat yourself up for it. Or me, for that matter. Why don't you just give me the code and we can call it a day?
I welcome the end of your kind. The Jedi obsession with my people's extermination must end. Your lust for revenge will destroy this galaxy.
Out of what now? 'Cause I'm a full knight and I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I'm pretty sure if there was a Jedi campaign of genocide, I probably would have heard about it. It would have come up at least in casual conversation.
I'd like to believe that, but I know better. Come, let us end this. Die well, Jedi.
Okay, well, this is the part of being a Jedi where you smack somebody around.
Such skill, so much power. Impressive. You could kill me. Why hesitate?
Well, I take a little time to spread that Jedi gospel to him. He also reveals that Darth Angral wanted him to just flat out get rid of the code. Let this thing go off and destroy the planet so that not only would I be defeated, but I would have been defeated in failure. That's more like the Sith I'm used to dealing with.
Darth Angral ordered that Master Kuix suffer greatly before her death. I wish I had disobeyed that order as well.
If Master Kuix is still alive, I will save her.
I left her incapacitated next to your weapon. If they haven't already, the ultrasonic vibrations will eventually tear her apart.
You scum! You should die like that!
There is nothing more to say. You won our duel. Finish me.
Hey, look, I'm kind of in a rush having to rescue Master Kuix and stop this planet from being destroyed, but just so we're clear, I don't want to execute you, okay? I think you actually might be a decent guy.
Jedi are taught to see all possibilities. I see one where you live on with honor. Commit yourself to the path of light. Become a Jedi.
Me? A Jedi? Impossible. Your order would never accept me.
Nonsense. We would all accept you. Right, Kira? When we saw the council on your behalf, most of us would accept you. A majority, probably. Look, I'll put in a good word for you, okay? I can't offer more than that. So while he heads off to surrender to the Republic, we go to try to rescue Master Kuix and save the planet.
I can't sense Master Kuix at all anymore.
Okay, everybody calm down, all right? It's not the end of the... Okay, it is the end of the world, but the point is we've got to focus if we're going to get this done. I'm going to go in there and take care of the sand demon. After I'm done with that brick, you go in and do whatever magic you've got to do to take care of this super drum thing. And, Kira, we're going to find Master Kuix, and hopefully she'll still be all right. All right, everybody? Break. Ah, crap, I just made it mad. Normally I would try to calm the beast, but in order to be able to do that, I've got to be able to look it right in the eye, and That's a bit difficult when your eye is located on the end of some claws. Alright, stand back everyone, I'm about to save the world. Okay, maybe it didn't look too impressive, but remember, landing on the moon ended with someone pushing a button too.
Quiet, finally. I can breathe again. I've been down here so long.
Shh, Master, let us help you.
Kira and Orgus's Padawan. You're both changed. What has happened?
Oh man, we gotta tell her about the whole Children of the Emperor thing, the stuff with the Council, the kidnappings. Why don't we just do this in a fade out, fade in, we already told her kind of thing.
I only survived this weapon by withdrawing into a deep trance. The Force itself became my armor. Sustaining the trance cost me greatly. My strength is a fraction of what it was.
But that's not really a problem, right, Kira? Nah, yeah, we took care of pretty much everything here, so yeah, you can go take a nap or whatever. We should really do something about the earthquake machine, though.
Here you are. I was coming to help when sensors indicated the shock drum stopped. You did it.
Yes, I've become really good at recovering our lost or stolen doomsday devices, a skill that not many people ever need to have.
My friends, the danger is not yet past. Even deactivated, that weapon remains a threat. You understand the situation best. What should we do?
It can accidentally blow up a planet. I vote for destroy the shit out of it.
I will see to the shock drum. You should return to your ship and inform General SWTOR what's happened.
Master, you've just been through a terrible ordeal. Will you be all right?
Do not concern yourself with my welfare. I am still a Jedi.
Before we go, you need to know something. And I'd rather you hear it from me. I never told you about my childhood. I'm not who you think I am.
Yeah, see, this is what I meant. One of these things where it cuts away and then all the talking happens and we come back after all that's done. Fortunately, Master Kawik still accepts Kira, sees her as a potentially great Jedi, and I agree. So, while she tends to our doomsday device, we're going to head back to the ship to check in with the General.
General, Doctor, good news. Master Kawix and Seismologist Heron are safe. Even better, the shock drum was destroyed.
Destroyed? Blast! I wanted to inspect that prototype. Such a promising design.
No, you've got enough of your own toys right now that you're not playing with. I'm not getting you a new one. Fortunately, the General agrees with me. About that, at least.
I've just received a surprising report from one of my cruisers in the area. A pure-blooded Sith Lord named Praven surrendered to it. He mentioned your name. Anything I should know?
Yeah, whatever you do, don't joke about a genocide of the Sith race. It really bugs him.
You keep finding new ways to impress me. I'll order my people to hand the Sith over to the Jedi Council. They'll know what to do. Let's hope your mission to Alderaan goes as well as it did here. SWTOR out.
Alrighty, all finished with this dancing around on the rim business, finally heading back to the core systems. Can't wait to discover what horrors we decided to create close to home.